what's up, guys?
Hello everyone.
Hi everyone, my name is Dominique.
My name is Janessa Arredondo
Outreach Facilitator Jaime Sandoval here.
and I am an outreach facilitator for Project Vida.
And I am an outreach facilitator for Project Vida.
And so in the next few weeks, we're going to be talking about topics to help you and educate you on your mental health. We hope that you enjoy these videos and don't forget to follow us. Here we go.
Hey everyone! Today's lesson, or the title for today's lesson, is Love is Love. We're going to be talking about LGBTQIA+. Well, before we start our lesson, I have our fact. Did you know that 90% of teens who are LGBT come out to their closest friends? Well, now that you know this, I would like to invite you to be more empathetic and understanding with other people. Let's go ahead and pass it on to Janessa so that she can explain what we're going to be talking throughout this lesson.
Hello everyone. Now that Dominique has introduced the topic for today's video, we're going to get into the objectives. These include identifying LGBTQIA+ terminology. We're also going to learn how LGBT youth might be more marginalized than their heterosexual counterparts. And we're also going to explore how LGBT and mental health come together.
So now if you're asking yourself, what does LGBTQIA+ stand for? Well, it is an acronym for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or questioning, intersex, asexual, and other communities.
We are now going to discuss what struggles do individuals who are LGBTQ face. These individuals can face numerous obstacles through their lives. The biggest and most frequent threats they encounter are marginalization and stigma. So let's go over these two words and provide some examples for you guys. Now, let's go ahead and define what marginalization means. So this is a treatment of a person, a group, or a concept as insignificant. This is predominantly a social phenomenon by which a minority or subgroup is excluded and their needs or desires are ignored. So now let's take a look at a real life example. So for example, all across America, there are states in which there is no federal law that explicitly protects workers for being fired for their sexual orientation or gender identity, leaving these employees in those states vulnerable to anti-gay harassment, retaliation, and other forms of workplace abuse.
Hey, hello everyone. In order to add to the conversation that we're having today, I'm going to be talking to you about the word stigma. So what do we mean by stigma? Stigma is a form of discrimination based off a negative stereotype on a person, quality, or circumstance. Now, in order to fully understand what that word really means, we're going to break down the more troubling or difficult parts to understand. So first off, what do we mean by discrimination when talking about this topic? What we mean is discrimination is unjust treatment of someone just because they're different. Next, what do we mean by stereotype? By stereotype, we mean a widely held yet oversimplified idea. So then, putting it all together, you might understand then that stigma is discriminating someone for an idea or a reason that might not even apply to them. So then, putting everything that you learned today together, from what LGBTQ means, to marginalization, to stigma, how do you think all of these topics affect someone's mental health?
It is now time for a reflection. Today, we learned the terminology for LGBTQIA+. We know the meaning for each letter. We went over some of the struggles that each individual goes through, the stigma, and some of the statistics for the LGBTQIA+ community. It is now time to pass it on to Janessa so that we can debrief our lesson.
So now let's go ahead and debrief. How was this information useful for you today? Well, maybe it can help us spread awareness that LGBTQIA+ individuals deal with mental health just as anyone else.
And last but not least is today's application. For today's application, I'm going to ask you all to share this video with at least 3 people that do not know this information. Whether it's your mom, your dad, your brother or sister, or sharing it online, make sure that this word gets out so that people really understand and get the right information about what LGBTQ is and the types of struggles that they might have to face.